Womelgem is a municipality located in the Belgian province of Antwerp. The municipality only comprises the town of Womelgem proper. Womelgem is one of 25 municipalities within the Albert Canal Economic Network. The Geerinckx-pigeons have shown their worth, time and time again all across the globe. This season proved to be no exception. The Geerinckx-pigeon has it all: speed, endurance, intelligence, and the quality it needs to have to get first place against a whole swarm. Bart has been proving this for years, but on plenty of other lofts they have been winning trophies with Geerinckx birds. From the 200 to 800 kilometers, Bart won in 2019 the title of first national champion long-distance KBDB old birds. They can do it all. Most fanciers spend their entire career looking for that one stock breeder that can take their racing team to a higher level. Bart GEERINCKX has come across one such pigeon in his collection, Gladiator. This breeding bird enabled him to gain international fame, and just as importantly his colleagues were able to benefit from it as well, also in 2017. The Geerinckx-pigeon breed is centered around the stock bloodlines of Witteklip Sylvester, Ilokano, and Gladiator, three pigeons that saw their list of references grow significantly over the years. Gladiator in particular shows to be just as valuable as a breeder as he was in his highly successful racing career, during which he was able to win 3 prestigious titles. Co-winner first national champion KBDB yearlings 2004, second Olympiad pigeon sprint Porto 2005, third national ace pigeon middle distance KBDB 2004. Some of the toppers. Little Star became a first national ace pigeon longer middle distance yearlings in 2015. Little Star, BE 14 617 40 75, is a daughter of 2 other highly renowned racing birds, Blue Lagoon BE 10 614 33 02, and Iron Lady BE 8 625 91 43. They have both claimed several top prizes. Blue Lagoon, BE 10 614 33 02. Won the following prizes: first Montlucan against 2,545 pigeons, first Blois against 762 pigeons and fastest of 3,317 pigeons, 15th National Montlucan against 17,865 pigeons, and 4th Argentin against 1,495 pigeons. Iron Lady claimed the following prizes in her racing career: first Chateauroux against 2,611 pigeons, second National La Souterraine against 4,787 pigeons, and third National Argentin against 5,756 pigeons. Super Yearling, BE 17 602 40 91. This racing cock was the best yearling of the team last 2018. He goes by the fitting name of Super Yearling. He did win 2 national top prizes in Chateauroux that season, a 78th National Chateauroux of 4,641 pigeons, and a 110th National Chateauroux of 13,098 pigeons. Speaking of a head start, and the continue to deliver in 2019. Super Yearling demonstrated his excellent form early in the season with a first melon of 3,414 pigeons, putting him along a select group of birds that is notoriously tough to beat. And then came the icing on the cake, with a first provincial SULAC of 338 old birds, with a 14-minute lead. At national level, he finished in 17th place of 3,739 pigeons in SULAC. In just 2 years' time, Super Yearling was able to join the ranks of some of the greatest racing birds of Luc, Bart and Jurgen Geerinckx. One of the newcomers of 2018, BE 13 614 34 90, stepped up last season, but he had already been ringed in 2013. Even Bart, who is fond of racing his old birds and yearlings, considered this to be a fairly old pigeon already. However, he did not have too many options for the 2018 long-distance races, so he opted for Smart Boy as the leader of this year's long-distance team. Smart Boy had already earned his stripes in previous seasons: 152nd National Bugs out of 22,687 pigeons, 61st Provincial Bribe out of 2,751 pigeons, and 97th Provincial Garret out of 3,693 pigeons. Bart was confident that Smart Boy still had some great results in him this season, but he did not expect him to be that successful. He arrived home from Limoges one with great speed. He really stormed inside. That is how Bart remembers Smart Boy's first major result of this season, a third national Limoges of 15,789 old birds. Pigeon history. Luke, Bart and Jurgen Geerinckx leave, or we may say, a pigeon family. Luke learned the trade in father's loft, where they have always raced sprint races. Luke himself started building his first loft in 1979, and then housed a few pigeons in it from almost neighbor Joe's Suintjens, who was the strong man in the Womeljum sprint races, and with 17 lofts in the area it was practically every week Joe's Suintjens who won the palm. In the period 1980 to 1985, Luke purchased pigeons from Joe's Suintjens in a total of 30 to 35 pigeons from famous toppers of the Joe's Suintjens loft, including sons and daughters from Tom, late Tom, Geschift Tom. In 1986, there was also a daughter of the third national ace pigeon KBDB middle distance 1984 from the Floor Van Look loft, followed a short time later by a son of the Orleans from Van Look. These 5 pigeons formed and still form the basis of the race Geerinckx, Luke, Bart and Jurgen. How the tandem imitate the successes for years in succession, according to Luke, is due to the cross-breeding, always looking for better and regular close inbreeding, although you have to be very careful with that close inbreeding because it can be very dangerous. The way to success according to Luke: playing and breeding one time better than the other, trial and error, learn from mistakes, and keep trying, never give up if you have faith, because you have to have confidence, must have patience in pigeon sport. In 1992, the big moment came, with Suintjens pigeons against Suintjens. Luke locked 7 pigeons for his friend pigeon fancier Joe's from a Noyen race. This was the turning point in the Womeljum pigeon circuit. Luke took over the speed torch from Joe's Suintjens. Luke believes that once you have good pigeons you should always innovate in your own stock, and always bring different lines against each other and try if it is better, maybe try other further flights if they come home too late but fresh. In 1994, Bart and his comrade Jurgen helped to take care of the pigeons, and everything that revolves around the pigeons, such as making pedigrees, taking pigeons to the club, bringing in clocks. In 1995, stock expansion was again done by buying pigeons from Alphonse Sleets from Lint. The pigeons that were bought were no more or less than pigeons from the Panther strain of Alphonse. Pigeons were raced from these, and selected one very good breeder is still in the breeding loft, from which a pigeon flew 4 times in 21st in St. Job, 2 times 35th provincial in the shorter distance. Until 1999 they raced speed, but due to a poor interplay with too few pigeons, they switched to middle distance. Noyen was then still raced in St. Job with 14 old birds and 14 yearlings. Actually a bit out of the way with Luke, Bart, and Jurgen thought they had no chance, but the challenge was accepted, and what turned out to be 13 times first prize was won with 1 times 5 firsts, and 3 times 3 firsts. Following the next season, they were ruled out and the speed game was over. They then concentrated on the half-fund game with solid and great successes. And the rest is history. Thank you for watching. Until next time.